Hello, and thank you all for joining us. My name is James Martinez. I am the admissions counselor for the University of Houston College of Pharmacy. And today is another episode of our interview series with recent college graduates. So today, joining me is one of our newest graduates, Lauren Lee. Lauren, if you would, just take a minute and introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Lauren. I just graduated only a week ago. I am going to be starting my residency with HEB UT Community Pharmacy Residency here in about a month. And so, yeah, I'm just really excited about that. Um,
Awesome. So with graduation now behind you, as quickly as that comes and goes, you're starting your residency. Can you talk a little bit about your residency?
yeah, sure. Um, After I kind of figured out what I wanted to do, I realized that my favorite part of being a pharmacist is really getting to connect with patients, educating them, and helping them get the most benefit out of their medications. And so I knew I wanted to kind of go into a community pharmacy role. I didn't have any work experience, however, throughout undergrad or throughout pharmacy school. So I felt like a residency program would be a great way to kind of learn the ropes and get accustomed to running the pharmacy while having kind of a lot of experience and people backing you up and supporting you throughout the whole experience. So yeah, this was the perfect fit for me. There's a Spanish class component. We get to teach at UT as well. And yeah, it's everything I ever wanted.
That's awesome. Well, with now we kind of know how you got into your area of pharmacy. So can you talk a little bit about how and what it was about UHCOP that brought you to UHCOP?
Yeah. Um, So of course I could mention the 99% first pass NAPLEX, board pass rate, or the beautiful new building. But for me, really, it was the people. Even as an undergraduate student, I attended U of H and I was in PPA. I attended the summer camp program, and every interaction that I had with a staff member, a faculty member, or a student at the College of Pharmacy really showed me how caring and compassionate these people were. They were role models, people that I could really try to aspire to be. And they really showed me kindness, and they were willing to go above and beyond to help me. And that meant the world to me because I wasn't even part of their school yet. And so I couldn't even imagine how much support I would be receiving throughout the next 4 years of my really pharmacy degree.
Yeah, and with that, you mentioned that you assisted with UH summer camp. Talk to me about how you got involved, and I believe you actually attended a UH summer camp, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So
So
tell us a little bit about your experience and how you got involved with that.
yeah, I'd be happy to. So as a junior going into senior year of high school, I kind of started to think about what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And I knew I wanted to help people. I loved science. And my parents kind of pointed out, hey, maybe you should think about pharmacy. I had an aunt that was a pharmacist. And so as I kind of did my own research and kind of dove into what pharmacy is, I came across an ad for a summer camp program that was being held at the University of Houston. Um, and yeah, the rest is pretty much history. I attended the camp. I had a great time. We got to shadow, we got to compound different medication, drug forms, and I had the best time. It really opened my eyes to all that the world of pharmacy has to offer. And yeah, every year after that, I came back, I volunteered. And then after my P1 year, I actually was the lead coordinator for the camp. So everything kind of came full circle for me.
Yeah, it gives a really unique perspective for you to not only attend it as a student, but also be able to come back, volunteer, and help with those students as potential future PharmD students, not only at U of H, but to the field of pharmacy as a whole. So that's really cool that you're able to share that experience. In addition to that, can you talk a little bit about maybe what are you most proud of in the time that you were at UHCOP? Obviously, you attended there as an undergrad. What either as an undergraduate or as a UHCOP student are you most proud of?
Yeah. Um, I would probably say the thing that I'm most proud of during my time at UHCOP is probably my personal and professional growth. Um, Whenever I came into pharmacy school, I was kind of shy, I was timid, and I really expected to keep my head down, just get my degree and be out of there. However, I received a lot of mentorship from faculty, staff, and with their support, I really started to get out of my shell. I got very involved with the school on a lot of different levels. I participated in committees, different executive boards for certain organizations, and things like that. And through all of these experiences and the mentorship that I received, I was able to find my voice and the confidence that I needed to become a practitioner ultimately. And it's helped me already throughout rotations, helping to speak up on rounds, even if I'm surrounded by senior members of, the healthcare team. I'm never scared to pitch in. And I think that's something that if you had met me 4 years ago, would be very unlikely of me to feel comfortable doing.
Okay, and I guess with that, and you talked about the professionalism and leadership opportunities and the growth that came with that. What was there? Was there a specific moment or something that happened where you're like, now I know, in my time at UHCOP, I'm definitely ready for what's to come?
Oh gosh. Um, well, I think that my time at U of H was very unique because initially when I came in, we were at the old building, and my class is kind of the class that helped transition into the new building. During that time, I served on the Dean Student Advisory Council, and I was also on Pharmacy Council. And through all of these various different, I guess, committees and organizations that I served on, I was able to help um, kind of ensure the smooth transition to the new building. Um, a lot of issues were being raised, maybe things that we didn't think about beforehand, and getting to kind of bring all of the challenges that students were facing during this transitional time to the administration, to faculty in a calm manner. I think that's what really did it for me and showed me that just by kind of speaking up and like helping other people have their concerns heard, we can incite real change. So yeah, that was probably one of the highlights of my pharmacy school career.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, now we're in a brand new state-of-the-art facility. We're going into our third or fourth year, I think, with our new building. So yes, from speaking with other students, it was a really big change of scenery, an exciting one at that, and great for the program long term. So that's great. In closing, before we go, what advice would you have for future pharmacy students or for anybody who's considering UHCOP? Kind of what is your biggest thing to where you can say, this is why I would go to UHCOP?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would have to say the people, especially if you're a candidate that had multiple interviews. I think on that interview day, you can really look at the kinds of people that are around you and kind of the vibes that you're getting from them. I remember at my interview day, I walked in and I was greeted with a bunch of smiles. Everyone was extremely friendly. And I could tell that the pharmacy students were trying their best to make me feel as comfortable as I could, given the very high stress situation. Um, and that's something that you want to take into consideration it's going to be the only opportunity you get before you sign on for the next 4 years to see what kind of people you're going to be surrounded with. And I think that's really what sets UHCOP apart. It's the people, it's just the empathy and the compassion and the passion that you're surrounded with. So that's definitely something to look out for.
Well, thank you. That's an awesome answer. And, you know, that's what a lot of the students refer to as UHCOP formerly. It's very much a family type environment and welcoming to all students, whether it's our current students, prospective students. So no, you couldn't have said it better than that. Dr. Lee, I want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for spending some time with us today and meeting with us, okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.